In this podcast episode, Andrew Huberman delves into the pervasive issue of microplastics and their potential health impacts. This discussion is crucial as microplastics are found in various environments, including the air we breathe, the food we consume, and even within our bodies. Huberman emphasizes the importance of understanding microplastics, their sources, and the steps we can take to mitigate their effects on our health. Microplastics are defined as plastic particles smaller than 5 millimeters, with nanoplastics being even smaller, measuring less than 1 micron. These particles originate from the degradation of larger plastic items and are now ubiquitous in our environment. Huberman highlights that microplastics can be found in the air, water, and food, including beverages and packaged goods. The alarming reality is that they have infiltrated human tissues, including the brain, liver, and reproductive organs, raising concerns about their potential health implications. The presence of microplastics in our bodies is not merely a theoretical concern. Studies have shown that they can lodge in various tissues and remain there for extended periods. While the exact health effects of microplastics are still being investigated, there is a growing body of correlative data suggesting that they may disrupt cellular and organ health. Huberman stresses that while we may not yet have definitive causal links between microplastics and specific diseases, the correlation is enough to warrant concern and proactive measures. Huberman discusses the myriad sources of microplastics, which are found in everyday items such as plastic bags, food containers, and even clothing. He notes that microplastics can enter our bodies through ingestion, inhalation, and dermal absorption. For instance, bottled water has been identified as a significant source, with studies revealing that it can contain hundreds of thousands of microplastic particles per liter. This underscores the importance of being mindful of our consumption habits, particularly regarding plastic packaging. Another surprising source of microplastics is canned foods, particularly soups, which often have plastic linings that can leach harmful substances into the food. Huberman cites a study that found a dramatic increase in urinary bisphenol A, BPA levels, after consuming canned soup, highlighting the potential endocrine-disrupting effects of these chemicals. He also points out that paper cups used for hot beverages can release microplastics and BPA when exposed to heat, further illustrating the pervasive nature of these contaminants in our daily lives. The health implications of microplastics are a significant concern, particularly regarding their potential to disrupt endocrine function. Huberman explains that microplastics can carry harmful chemicals, such as BPA and phthalates, which are known endocrine disruptors. These substances can interfere with hormone signaling and have been linked to various health issues, including reproductive problems and developmental disorders. The presence of microplastics in human tissues, especially in the brain and reproductive organs, raises questions about their long-term effects on health. Huberman emphasizes that while the data on microplastics and their health effects are still emerging, there is enough evidence to suggest that they could contribute to various health problems. For example, studies have shown correlations between microplastic exposure and conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome and reduced testosterone levels in men. The potential for microplastics to impact brain health and development is particularly concerning, as they may influence neurodevelopmental disorders like autism and ADHD, although definitive causal links have yet to be established. Given the widespread presence of microplastics, Huberman discusses practical strategies for reducing exposure. One of the most effective measures is to limit the consumption of bottled water, as it has been shown to contain high levels of microplastics. Instead, he recommends using stainless steel or glass containers for drinking water. Additionally, investing in a reverse osmosis filtration system for tap water can significantly reduce microplastic content, although it may require an initial financial investment. Another key strategy is to be cautious about the food we consume. Huberman advises avoiding canned foods, particularly those with plastic linings, and opting for fresh or frozen alternatives instead. He also suggests using Himalayan salt or other non-marine salts to minimize exposure to microplastics found in sea salt. By making these conscious choices, individuals can significantly reduce their intake of microplastics and the harmful chemicals associated with them. Huberman highlights the importance of diet in detoxifying the body from microplastics and their associated chemicals. He emphasizes the role of cruciferous vegetables, such as broccoli and cauliflower, which contain compounds like sulforaphane that can enhance liver detoxification processes. These vegetables can help the body break down and excrete harmful substances, including those associated with microplastics. In addition to consuming cruciferous vegetables, Huberman stresses the importance of dietary fiber. A diet rich in fiber can aid in the excretion of toxins through the digestive system. By incorporating more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into our diets, we can support our body's natural detoxification processes and reduce the burden of microplastics and other harmful substances. Hydration is another critical aspect of maintaining health in the context of microplastic exposure. Huberman discusses the role of electrolytes in hydration and how they are essential for optimal bodily function. He recommends using electrolyte drinks such as Element to ensure adequate hydration, especially during physical activity. Proper hydration supports the body's detoxification processes and can help mitigate the effects of microplastics. Moreover, Huberman emphasizes that even slight dehydration can impair cognitive and physical performance. Therefore, staying well hydrated is not only essential for overall health, but also for minimizing the potential negative impacts of microplastics on the body. By prioritizing hydration and electrolyte balance, individuals can better support their health in the face of environmental challenges. The potential impact of microplastics on reproductive health is a significant concern raised by Huberman. He discusses studies that have found microplastics and their associated chemicals in human testes and semen, correlating these findings with reduced sperm counts and motility. This raises alarms about the long-term implications for male fertility and reproductive health. Huberman also highlights the importance of protecting reproductive health, particularly for pregnant women and young children. The presence of microplastics in the placenta and meconium suggests that these contaminants can affect fetal development. As such, it is crucial for expectant mothers to be mindful of their exposure to microplastics and to take steps to minimize their intake of harmful substances during pregnancy. Sweating is another natural mechanism that can aid in the detoxification of microplastics and their associated chemicals. Huberman explains that while sweating may not directly remove microplastics from the body, it can help eliminate some of the harmful substances that may be attached to them. Engaging in activities that promote sweating, such as sauna use or vigorous exercise, can support the body's detoxification processes. Huberman encourages individuals to incorporate regular sweating into their routines, as it can have numerous health benefits beyond detoxification. Activities that induce sweating can improve cardiovascular health, enhance mood, and promote overall well-being. By prioritizing sweating as part of a healthy lifestyle, individuals can support their body's natural ability to detoxify and reduce the burden of harmful substances. Public awareness and education are essential components of addressing the issue of microplastics. Huberman stresses the importance of informing individuals about the sources of microplastics and the potential health risks associated with them. By raising awareness, people can make more informed choices about their consumption habits and take proactive steps to reduce their exposure. Moreover, Huberman advocates for greater transparency from manufacturers regarding the presence of microplastics and harmful chemicals in their products. Consumers should have access to information that allows them to make choices that prioritize their health and well-being. By fostering a culture of awareness and accountability, we can collectively work towards reducing the prevalence of microplastics in our environment and their impact on human health.